try not to get blindsided, I guess. I don't know. Run down the field and, I don't know, hopefully, more athletic guys will make the play and I won't have to do much. So.
Do you see the play where the Arkansas defensive line was holding Jalen down?
I didn't, I heard about it after the game, but really didn't see it. I didn't even know what was going on, but it was a bad deal. So.
We talk about his toughness. I mean, Jalen, the hit against Ole Miss, even almost getting his helmet ripped off on that 6-yard touchdown. What have you seen from that? From we talk about his poise, but kids, 18-year-old freshman, he's showing that kind of toughness out there.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think that speaks volumes to the type of player that he is, and so just for him to go into a place like that and play against these tough, hard-nosed teams, just to respond the way he does, just credit to him. It's fun, to be his teammate. So.
Did you see the play where he looked like the Arkansas player was kind of ramming his head into the ground after the interception?
I did not see that play. I mean, I was paying attention to the interception and trying to do my job, but yeah.
You ever see video of it or?
I saw the video after. So, but.
Hey Ross, what do you think of the running game? How's it come along this year?
The running back's been very good. Josh Jacobs, Bo Scarborough, all those guys have been really good.
Do you take a little bit extra pride when now it's developing the running game?
Yeah, it makes it a lot of fun for us guys up front. Just having those explosive plays and running down the field and cheering them on and stuff like that. So just to see the numbers that we're putting up and yards per attempt and stuff like that makes it a lot of fun.
We talked a little bit about Jalen taking some hits, at the goal line. How important is it that the running backs kind of take control of the game, like you were able to do, and kind of take the carries away from him a little bit, take some of the load off his back?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a long season, so he's gonna have to be fresh coming up for these big games and stuff like that. So I think the more players we can get in there, and just the fresher we'll be, and the more it'll benefit us down the road.
Was there any frustration in the second half with Schubert on the sidelines for so much of the game?
No, I mean, we were just trying to get our adjustments done, and whatever the defense had to do, they were worried about that. So as an offensive lineman, we weren't too worried about that. Just whenever we got on the field, we knew that we had to do our job. So
a few weeks ago, Nick called the Tennessee game probably the biggest among the players every year. As a guy comes from out of state, what do you you agree with that, or kind of how do you feel about that rivalry compared to others?
I feel like we've got Tennessee's a big rival, obviously, and LSU, Auburn, and stuff like that. But yeah, I think this year it'll be a big game, and just it mean a lot for the SEC and stuff like that, and just being away and just in that hostile environment, it means a lot to us. And they have a great environment, so it makes it fun for us to play there, and just kind of gets us more hyped up. And so yeah, it'll be interesting.
Which rivalry is the biggest for you personally?
I mean, I'd probably say LSU, to be honest, but because it has the most implications, year in and year out, usually, just as far as playoffs and stuff like that. But
is that a year-by-year situation, like you said, the implications of that year, this being a top 10 matchup? Is that kind of the biggest rivalry every year? Is maybe the biggest game?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's just whatever game means the most that season. I think that's kind of the biggest rivalry of the year, and that's what the players get most hyped up about. So that's the way I take it.
Yeah, the fact that Alabama, Tennessee, to an Iowa guy like yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
is that something you had to learn? It's like, what?
I mean, yeah, I'd always thought about LSU, Auburn, and stuff like that, and then people say they ask about Tennessee a lot too. It's like, well, yeah, I guess, but I guess with the Cigars and stuff like that, it's a pretty big deal to the old timers around here and stuff like that. So.
Did you think that was a joke the first time you heard about it? The Cigars?
The Cigars? No, I just thought it was interesting how that was the only game that we could do that to, and people, back home asked me if we did that for every game, and I said no. And it's just, we don't know a lot about it up in Iowa, so it's fun.
Are you much of a cigar guy? Are you much of a cigar guy, and did you enjoy it? Or?
No, not really, but I mean, it's fun for the time being, just being up with all your teammates after big wins, so it makes it fun.
What was that first time going in and seeing like the array of cigars kind of waiting on you?
It was pretty cool. Just everyone was really excited, and it was a big win my freshman year at Tennessee. So I just think it meant a lot for us, and just as something different. Definitely be smoking a cigar with your coaches and stuff like that after a game. I've never experienced that before. So.
Does a certain player provide them, or do they just kind of appear?
I don't even know how they show up. I don't buy them, but it just shows up, and I don't ask any questions. So.
You guys are buying the nation's best in big plays offensively. What's behind that in your mind?
I just think the coaching staff's done a really good job adjusting week in and week out to see what the defense does, from the opposing team, and just making adjustments on our offense. And players have done a really good job too adjusting and just going out and executing our game plan. So
Obviously, you're in the middle of a play, but do you see maybe clips afterwards when Lane's on the sidelines putting up his arms like touchdown prior to the ball almost being snapped? I mean,
no, I usually just see like stuff on social media or something like that after of how much they love Lane Kiffin and some videos of him doing that or something like that. So
as is one of his players, like, do you like seeing that confidence there?
Yeah, definitely. It makes it fun for us, and just to see that he's into it and just knows right away, that we've executed and it's gonna be a touchdown. It's pretty fun.
Halfway through the season, was Saturday's game really the identity of this offense?
I hope so. I think that we like to run the ball and get downhill, and I think that we were very explosive on Saturday. So I'd like to think that that's our identity, and going forward, we just need to build upon that. And I think everyone's gelling really good, and each game we're seeming to get better and better. So we hope to keep that trend going.
A couple more.
When Shank went in, how did Lester play?
He did a really good job. Lester's a talented guy and very powerful kid. So for him to come in, I don't think there was a drop off, and we didn't see the drop off either in the numbers or anything like that. So I think he did a really good job, and that just speaks volumes to him. Just saying that he can get thrown in there and do a really good job.
How much of that early rotation along the offensive line, how much does that create depth?
I think it created a lot of depth, just knowing, especially for the coaching staff, that if someone was to go down, that we'd still, like I said, have no drop off. So I just think it's good for us, and have confidence in the players too as well.
Thank you.